you over there.
they hiked up.
Bitches, listen.
One paragraph, okay?
Bring it on!
Her hips were lifting against his.
Oh, jeez.
As the silent words clamored in his ears. She was rubbing against his jeans, probably abrading that delicate skin just inside her hip bones. And, to spare her, he lifted away despite another sweet yet muffled sound of desire. He calmed her by kissing down her belly, and yes, finding the redness where denim had scraped her delicate skin. With his
Keep going.
With his tongue, he took a moment to soothe the marks and
Oh,
then drew
jeez.
lower, found her center, opened wide her satiny thighs.
Oh my god!
Who has satiny thighs?
I wish I had satiny thighs.
Why? Try
Lotion,
cooking
my
sessions were never
friends.
that good.
Oh god.
Yeah, they usually.
Yeah, it was like, ow, okay, no more. High school. High school dry home. Now like
Continue
high school
reading.
is dry
You want me to keep
Yeah.
going?
Yeah, keep going.
Alright, I'm just reading ahead. Sorry. She was blushing here too, all pink and swollen, and so inviting that his heart slammed against his chest. Knocking loudly to make sure that Luke knew it was time to open this door.
Oh god.
He had to have her here too. She gasped at the first touch of his tongue. Her fingers twisted in his hair, but he could hardly feel it, overwhelmed as he was by the sweet, creamy taste of her in his mouth.
Ugh.
He poured off her skin as he held her open to his feast, and his mind spun away as her tension twisted higher. He could feel it through his hands, hear it in her breathless pleas, urge it on with insistent bam, bam, bam rhythm of it.
What?
Right.
What is this, the Flintstones?
Bambi.
He gave himself up to serving her desire, let it take control of him so that nothing else could intrude. There were no bothersome thoughts, no nagging worries, nothing but Lauren, her skin, her passion, the sound of her crying out in orgasm as his tongue stroked her to paradise.
That was hard to read.
Oh my gosh, that was fantastic.
Oh.
Still shaking.
What page is this?
This is 138.
It's so fucking fast. It's like half a page and they...
I'm on 139, okay. Still shaking with the after effects, she pulled him up to her. Her hands insistent now that she yanked as she yanked at his shirt and pulled off the bottoms of his fly. Or buttons of his fly. He shoved aside what was necessary, fumbled with the condom, then slid inside all her soft, clutching heat.
That's how that's described, huh?
His eyes closed and he threw back his head in the exquisite goodness of it.
That's so bad. Exquisite goodness?
Wait,
No.
wait, wait.
Fantastic.
We're not quite done here.
Oh,
Keep
thank
reading.
God.
As he began to move, again there were no thoughts, no recriminations, no wondering about feelings or future. Yes, yes, there was only this sensation of Lauren in his arms, being in Lauren, a puzzle piece and its partner.
Yuck.
When he didn't think, when he didn't think he'd survive the flaming pleasure of her body a second longer, he tilted her hips and took him even deeper, made him helpless to a rocking rhythm they'd begun. Then with one sharp jolt of bliss, pleasure sank like fangs and dragged him under. He
Oh.
hoped he drowned in her.
Read that again.
He hoped
What up, Mrs.
he
Snipes?
drowned in her.
That's amazing.
Do you have these like highlighted?
Hey, I did my research. Oh, you're coming to join, Wes.
Trying to hear our naughty book?
What was going on here?
Okay, well,
We're
just-
reading porn.
Just keep listening.
Listen to our story.
Where'd you get it? You bought
The
it?
thrift shop, like her.
Sweet.
That's a sweet jacket.
That is
That's a rocket
Is it from
jacket.
Nepal?
Wesley.
Dude,
No.
it is a pretty great jacket.
Did you see where it's been made?
Made a burp.
It was handmade apparently.
Okay, shh.
That was
Lori wants it.
pretty much
That
it.
jacket.
Okay, but you can read more, right?
The end.
Well,
I mean, that's not.
that was pretty much, you know, he hopes he'd drown in her. It was kind of, you know. Somehow, though, minutes later, he discovered he'd survived. Lauren was cuddled against his chest. Her body is boneless as his seemed to be. One of her fingers could still move, however, and she was using the tip to draw idle yet intricate patterns on his chest.
Oh, I thought that was going somewhere else.
Amazed,
going
he
on?
decided, and he let himself get lost in it, his brain still unengaged, just as he'd intended. Yeah, that's pretty much really it.
It gets boring.
Dear.
Yeah, that's
It's the cheesy stuff.
Huh. She stacked her hands on top of his beating heart and studied his face. Well, did you need something? Yeah, he heard himself answer. I needed you. And those weren't thinking words, they were just the truth. Hell.
Oh,
Huh?
what a mom.
Sure.
Story
Sure,
time.
go ahead.
Is it
It's
over?
pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, this song's so
My head is really feeling great.
This one you need like good bass on to really
Can you
enjoy.
tell if you're drunk yet?
Yeah, it's not coming out of this
Yeah.
computer.
I found some sexy because I wrote.
Like, I'm pretty sure I probably couldn't walk in a straight line right now.
Nothing but polka.
Hear it,
Hell,
the
are
way
you
it
watching?
was meant to be heard. Keep still,
Oh.
fingers, and slowly he inserts his thumb inside me, rotating it around and around, stroking the
What the hell?
No fisting, you say? Anything else you object?
Look at her face on it.
Fisting, but I'd really like to claim your ass.
Famed voice actor Gilbert Gottfried gives a reading that can only be described as sensual.
Holy fuck, is this wrong? But holy hell, is it erotic?
Let Christian Grey seduce you over and over again through the voice of Gilbert Gottfried.
But when he hits my clitoris,
Oh my gosh.
I cry out loudly. Oh, please, I groan. Quiet, please. Not taking his eyes off mine. He scrunches my panties in his hand, holds them up to his nose, and inhales deeply.
Ooh.
His hands reach around and touch my breasts, and my nipples pucker at his touch.
Oh shit, this is hot.
Thanks for watching. Click here to subscribe.
Okay, read it how it's meant to be.
Okay.
Don't, he said softly. Don't hide anything from me, please.
pasta sauce?
And because she wanted
Can I borrow it? I'll buy
that
some.
too, she slid her heels
I don't think you'll
along
need
the
to.
smooth
There's, like, a
cotton
lot.
and held out her arms in her own plea.
I have some
Come to
noodles
me.
already made if you want.
He shook.
Yeah, they're in the fridge. You just have to read them.
Oh, it shocked! Shocked his pants
Oh
in
my
one
gosh,
quick
that's great.
move, then reached into the drawer of the bedside table for a condom. She had the brief impression of a thick strength, and then he was off his feet and in her arms. He shaft nudging at her entrance, even as he took her mouth in yet another devastating kiss.
Oh my.
Lauren twisted her arms around his neck and tilted her hips, asking for all of him, and he leaned more of his weight into her, taking her body 1 inch at a time. She stretched around him in degrees, going from breathtakingly tight to deliciously full.
Oh
He
geez.
lifted his head as he joined them at last. A little bit. Okay. Her eyes closed with the goodness of
With the good.
That's what it says! This is horrible writing. It's like a bad fan fiction.
It's bad.
Of a completion.
Is this it?
Don't.
Is what it?
A Matthias whispered to her. Don't
There's
shut
other
me out
stuff.
like that either. Smiling, she lifted her lashes. Doesn't it feel good? She rocked a little into the cradle of her body. What do you think?
Oh, and you put your hand on the
I think
What
it
quite-
feels just right, Goldilocks. He said, not too hot, not too cold, not too hard, not too soft, just right. Why is everyone taking? You are evil.
Oh my god. Oh,
And
that's
of
great.
course, those were her exact thoughts. And of course, to hear them from his lips, in his husky, heavy, with desire voice, only made her more certain
Oh, that
that
doesn't
she
work.
was in the right
Yeah, ours
place
doesn't work.
with her right.
You can put it in there for like an hour and it still won't be
There
warm.
you go, that's enough. Thank you, Wes.
Good job, Wesley. That was
Jason.
awesome.
That one doesn't work.
awesome. It It does? warms up real fast. Okay, I'll go
Yours-
use it.
that one
You
doesn't
grab
work, does
Emily
it?
and tell her.
No,